Whether you're a hard stuck plat or a GC who wants to take their game to the next level, here's one tip for every rank in Rocket League. Just to give you some context on my credibility real quick, I'm a high level SSL player who's been playing this game since 2017 and I've been SSL since season 19. I played at multiple LANs and I've gone top 8 and top 16 on numerous occasions in RLCS across 2 different regions. So I hope that you can trust me and the advice that I'm going to give you today. Anyways, enough about me, it's time to help you. You guys are literally just starting to play the game. It's likely you'll be placed in one of these ranks after your first 10 placement games, and that's completely fine. Unlike shooter games, you can't really get stuck in these super low ranks for long, as they're pretty much filled with beginners, and all you have to do to get out of these ranks is play enough. There's not really much else to say for bronze and silver, but if you're struggling to get out of these ranks for a month or longer, then keep watching because you can use the tips that I'm giving for the higher ranks as well.
I mean, it's alright.
Now, next up we've got gold. You've made it out of the beginner ranks and now you're in gold, which contains around 25 to 30% of the player base in rank 2s. To get out of gold, you want to be able to do a few things. One of these is just to be able to hit the ball hard. Now is where you want to start training in free play and not just playing online games. Focus on hitting the ball around powerfully and trying to jump at it when it's bouncing off of the walls. Also, this is the point where I recommend changing your binds because the default ones are pretty bad. Most high rank players use either boost on circle with air roll on L1 or R1 and either air roll left or right on the other. You can also use both air roll left and right and not use default on both L1 and R1, or you could use L2 and R2 as well because some people do that. That'll take a bit longer to get used to, but if you start from early enough, it's not that bad. The other way you can do binds if you prefer claw is using boost on L1 or R1 and using your arrows on circle and square. Also for power slide, you want it to be on an arrow bind since you can't power slide and arrow at the same time and it just saves you a button. But yeah, for gold, just learn your controls properly, hit the ball around as hard as you can honestly in free play, and soon you'll be able to get out of gold.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Next up, we've got platinum. So you started doing some free play and you know what all your buttons do. Now is when it's a good idea to learn how to coexist with your teammate. In a lot of lower ranked gameplay I see, even some higher ranked gameplay, at times it looks like people forget they even have a teammate. Things like chasing the ball when you have no boost and no momentum are really inefficient, and your teammate's purpose is to be able to cover you and maintain presence on the ball when you're unable to do so, and vice versa. So if you have no boost and your teammate is near the ball, just let them go for the ball instead, so you can go get boost or do anything else that you might want to do. For every rank above gold, training's definitely needed, so I won't keep repeating that, but just keep it in the back of your mind. If you'd like to know more and know what you should be doing and how long you should be doing it for, you can check out our coaching program linked down below where we do one-on-one replay analysis and have 7,000 plus words of coaching knowledge so that you can take your game to the next level.
I got it. I'm passing mid.
Yeah, I'm mid. I missed.
I got it. Ball game.
Now you know that you have a teammate and you're getting better at playing with them in mind. What should you do next? Well, there's many things I could say, but I believe something that you should start learning now is how to have good boost management. Now, how do you do this? So there are 2 main reasons why someone's boost management might be considered bad. Number 1 is that they don't pick up enough small pads and are on 0 boost a lot more than they should be. And secondly, it's that they go far out of position to get big boosts, which then takes them out of the game for a long time. They'll also probably use 30 to 40 of that boost just to get back to a decent position, which makes it even worse. Bad boost management will lead to a plethora of problems when you get to the higher ranks, and I think it should definitely be focused on earlier into your Rocket League journey. 2 things you can do right now to improve your boost management is 1. Go into free play and turn off unlimited boost. Then just drive around and see where the small pads are. Here are some common lines of pads that players take at higher ranks. Also, boost management isn't just about collecting more boost, it's actually also about conserving your boost as well. You need to be mindful of when you're boosting and try not to do it if it's unnecessary. Let's say you're in this position. You do not need to be boosting at all here. You're supersonic and you're in the right position, so just chill. In this game, there are a lot of situations where less is more. Holding onto your boost until it's needed is a high level skill, but the sooner you begin to learn it, the sooner you'll master it.
Hey! Is this heaven? No.
It's hell.
Okay, now we're getting into the high ranks. You're officially in the top 20% of players in the game, so well done for making it this far. Now, the jump from champ to GC is one of the hardest in the game. As you can imagine, the hardest one is coming up next. So if I had to give one piece of advice for champ players, it's that if you want to reach GC, you need to work on your car control and your mechanics. Putting in a lot of games is the way that a lot of new players come up into the pro scene nowadays. Zen used to play 1500 plus games a season of 2s alone, and in one season he even reached 3400 plus games of 2s. But by this point, he was already way above low GC. So before you can put lots of hours into ranked, you need to hone your skills in training. Otherwise, there's no point of really playing ranked if you're not actually practicing what you already know. You want to feel confident when you're going for a play, and before you can feel confident in ranked, you need to feel confident in training. So do custom training for mechanics, do free play, do workshop maps if you're on PC, because having good car control is extremely important when it comes to taking your game to the next level from champ. Okay, so now is when it actually gets serious. You can do all of the basics pretty decently, and you're better than most of your friends, if not all of them. Now, the true grind begins. Going from GC to SSL is a massive jump. You can immediately tell the difference between a GC and an SSL player just by watching how their car moves. The only way you can bridge this gap is by putting in consistent hours of grinding. Training is great, and you should still do it, but I think now at least 75% of your time should be put into ranked. The issue isn't that you cannot perform the mechanics or the things you want to do. The issue is that training gives you the ideal conditions. You have unlimited boost, you have no one to challenge you, so of course you can score a flip reset, you can score a double tap, but that's not how it will be in 90% of the in-game scenarios that you're going to find yourself in. The only way you can learn how to adapt to these real game situations is by playing lots and lots of games and learning how to react to everything as it happens to you. I wish I had an easier answer for you, but that's simply what it boils down to. Almost every up-and-coming player I've seen and played with in the past few years has got at least 1500 games of 2s in most seasons recently in the last couple of years. Some will have less, some will have more, and a lot more. But it doesn't matter. The core part of this is that you need to be playing a lot of games. Some people play 1s as well, which is great too, and you should definitely be playing some games of 1s already if you haven't been. But just keep in mind that playing 1s while tilted is just not helpful. And if you get tilted easily by 1s, then I'd probably just stick to 2s for now. At the end of the day, it is really just a numbers game. You will improve with enough time put into the game. It's important to remember that you're not playing for a higher MMR number on your screen, you're playing to improve as a player. So do your best to stay mindful of your mistakes and focus on yourself, and the MMR will come with that. Try your best not to blame your teammates even if they are the problem. Telling them that is not going to fix it, and will just make you spiral into being tilted, and playing tilted is about as useful as not playing at all when it comes to improving efficiently.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Alright, now for SSLs, you guys have made it into the top 1, maybe 1.5% of the game. You guys are really in the upper echelon now of players. But there's still a lot of things you can improve on if you want to go from a low SSL player to an actual known and well-respected SSL player. Because there's a huge difference. You guys at low SSL are still an absolute world apart from pro players. And I'd say it's probably comparable to maybe a mid-champ player. An SSL, like a low first-time SSL compared to a pro, is about the same as an SSL, a low SSL compared to a mid-champ player. Probably about the same. So yeah, it's a big difference. But for you guys, the one thing I'd really encourage you to do if you don't do it already is start playing scrims. Learning how to play the game in a team environment with comms is essential if you want to play tournaments like RFCS and other things. And finding like-minded people to play the game with and improve with will help you get better and stay motivated to continue playing the game at this point, because you've probably put in quite a lot of hours so far. You need to stay consistently playing the game or others will pass you, and that tip of playing lots and lots of games applies even more now if you want to continue climbing. Some people actually do stay pretty good at the game even if they don't play a lot, but that's definitely a minority of players, and I wouldn't rely on that if you actually want to try and improve. Don't get me wrong, ranked isn't the only way to improve, and when I was getting better at the game, climbing from GC, and when SSL came out, I was about mid-GC, I didn't exactly enjoy ranked, or the conventional thing that people do of playing ranked 2s and some 1s. I played it sometimes, but I honestly played more ranked 3s, which is not good, honestly. But I did do scrims. I did play 6-mans, which is another way you can kind of do scrims. It's like scrims, but you just have random teams and you play a best of 5. And I'll also leave a link to 6-mans if you want to join that. But I would say now, in the modern day, playing ranked 2s and a bit of 1s is definitely the most efficient way to improve and get your name out there as well. If you're looking to actually take your game to the next step, try and become a bubble player, and so on and so forth. And also, another good thing about ranked is that you don't need to get a whole bunch of people, and then for scrims at least, you need to set a time, and everyone has to be there on time, and then a lot of times people are late or just don't show up, and it gets really annoying. But with ranked, you can just queue whenever you want and play whenever you want, so that's another good thing about it. So yeah, that's one tip for every rank in Rocket League. I hope this helps you climb out of whatever rank you're in, and if you still want some more help, you can check out our coaching community with the first link in the description. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see ya!